Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to my little film and TV channel. We've got a little film review today. It's been out for a little while, but I've always meant to watch it, and I got round to watching it. Nice family animation. Well, not an animation, it's just fancy stuff now, isn't it? Animation, I think of the old cartoon type thing, but obviously people like Dreamworks, which we're talking about today. Yeah, produce that new sort of style, don't they? So we're going to look at the Croods today. The Croods 2, or the Croods A New Age. Yeah, I quite enjoyed the first one there over about 8 years ago. It's a long time, isn't it? 95 minutes. So we're going to have a look at that today. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications. So all these little reviews and information vlogs come out. You'll also see stuff on my football team, Manchester City, as well as all the film and TV stuff. If that's of any interest, please have a look at that. Or if you know someone who might be interested, please point in my direction. I'd be very grateful. There's links on screen for Facebook and Twitter, and also little links to eBay, a couple of eBay shops where I sell old DVDs. You'll see some up there, movie posters from the 90s and 2000s, and some board games as well. So if any interest in that, again, I'll be very grateful if you have a look at that as well. That's Movie Game Nostalgia and PYAT 6505, PYAT 6505, just a couple of shops on eBay. Right, yes, all comments very well. Can let me know if you've seen this. It's quite a lot of people have seen this. Let me know what you think, and if you can give us a thumbs up, that'd be fantastic. Right, a computer animated adventure comedy produced by Dreamworks Animation, distributed by Universal. Yeah, the sequels, of course, to Croods back in 2013. That rated 7.2 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database. Film directed by Joel Crawford. This is his directorial debut, with a screenplay penned by Dan Hageman, Kevin Hageman, Paul Fisher and Bob Logan, from a story by the original directors Kirk D'Amico and Chris Sanders. It stars the voices of Nicolas Cage, Emma Stone, Ryan Reynolds, Catherine Keener, Clark Duke and Cloris Leachman. Reprise their roles from the first film, and also we have new additions to those voice actors. We've got Peter Dinklage, Leslie Mann and Kelly Marie Tran. So there you go. Is it any good? Well, all these scores are at the 8th of July 2021. 5:30 p.m. UK time. Rotten Tomatoes, yeah, not too bad. 77% of the 135 critics gave it a positive rating, an average rating of 6.4 out of 10. Yeah, so just stuck over that watchability 6 out of 10 rating that I like to see. 103 fresh and 32 rotten. And the consensus on Rotten Tomatoes, another agreeable outing for the titular prehistoric clan, the Croods A New Age. Maybe the missing link for parents between more elevated family-friendly fare. There you go. So not exactly gushing, but okay, not too bad. The fresh reviews, we've got a fresh review from Ben Kenigsberg from the New York Times. He went on to say, no one would call it a huge leap on the evolutionary ladder, but the animated sequel, The Croods A New Age, is slightly funnier than its serviceable 2013 predecessor. Not particularly, I didn't think. Also, a fresh review from Sarah Michelle Fetters of MovieFreak.com. She said, there are a number of ingenious bits, and strictly from an animation perspective, I'm tempted to say this sequel is even more extraordinary than the first film was. High praise indeed, and there are some rotten reviews dotted about. As I said, Brian Tellurico from RogerEbbett.com, he wasn't overly impressed. The kind of animated sequel that operates under a more is better aesthetic, hoping to numb audiences into thinking they were actually entertained. The audience on Rotten Tomatoes, yeah, 4.6 out of 5, so that equates to over 9 out of 10, so that's not too shabby, is it? So that's the critics not quite as endearing as the audience, and I think we sort of see that trend generally. Metacritic, the other critic site, a weighted average on this one, just 56 out of 100, so a little bit below my idea of 60 out of 100, but that's based on 26 critics and literally split down the middle as far as positive and mixed reviews are concerned. We've got 13 positive reviews and 13 mixed, but at least we've got no negative reviews, so that's not too bad. And it does score anywhere between 40 out of 100 and 78 out of 100. And I just took an average review from the AV Club's Jesse Hassinger. He gave it 67 out of 100 and said, with 11 different characters to serve, yeah, I mean, this was talked about before, wasn't it, with that other critic? Not counting several animal sidekicks, A New Age has a lot going in terms of plot and action, with a litany of new alliances, betrayals and team-ups, but the sequel is not as visually sophisticated as its predecessor. There you go. I've had someone say it was far better than its predecessor. But it's all opinions, isn't it? Yeah, Metacritic users, the users on there, again, they quite liked it. Again, they were a little bit higher than the critics, 6.8 out of 10. And the one we always look at, the one we always go back to, don't we? Joe Public, you and me, all the miserable ones, all the happy ones, all mixed in together. And it averages 7 out of 10, so not quite as high as the first one. Yeah, I'm not going to go miles away from that, and that's based on 27,763 reviews and scores left on Internet Movie Database. But of that quantity, 24,689 have scored it at least 6 out of 10, so 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 out of 10. You know I don't like 10 out of 10s. So that's 89% have scored it 6 or more, so that's quite impressive. And backs up what we saw on Rotten Tomatoes earlier on, doesn't it? Just a couple of the headlines on the Internet Movie Database. Poorly written in comparison to the first movie. Yeah, I accept some of that criticism. Silly and goofy compared to the original, said someone else. I don't know, that's a critique or a criticism or a positive comment. I'm not too sure on that one. Better than the first. Well, there you go. That's a positive comment. A fun family movie. Nothing wrong with that. Entertaining, fun, far from perfect, but awesome. Well, if something's awesome, it can't be that bad, can it? Right, my little thoughts just to wind up this vlog. Yeah, it's definitely certainly more appreciated by the audience than the critics. I sort of fall a little bit between the two, actually. I can understand some of the criticisms from the critics, but I can understand some of the obviously the high marks as well. And for me personally, I don't think there's a lot to choose between the 2013 original and this, and there's certainly a long enough gap over 8 years to get some mileage and some entertainment out of this one, as I said. But I wouldn't particularly say it was better than the first. I wouldn't say it was worse than the first. I just thought it was okay. The animation, I thought, that guy early on said it wasn't as good, was it? I thought it was slightly better, although the humour in it isn't quite. Didn't quite make me smile, perhaps as I remember looking back on the first one. I did find some of the sort of tongue-in-cheek, some of the humour very quite funny and quite adult, and I didn't find as much in this second one. 87 minutes runtime, yeah, if you take out all the credits at the end. In all fairness, did appear, for me anyway, it did appear slightly long. I got a little bit bored at times, not too much. I say there's a lot going on, as some guy said. There's a lot of characters, the story's not overly complicated. There's a lot of characters to sort of hang on to and watch. But yeah, I did find it slightly too long, but I just about gets away with it. I say it wasn't a total snooze fest, if you like, in any way whatsoever. It is a solid addition to the franchise. I'm not averse to a Croods 3, perhaps in 3 or 4 years' time, something like that. But I think Dreamworks just played it a little bit safe with this one. I think they just knew what worked and they didn't overdo it with this. I think they just they didn't actually go mad with this one or take any chances. It's just a bog standard sequel to the original, which is, as I say, in my opinion, not much between the two. And I do think they did play it a little bit safe, but the audience do like it. And as I say, it's great to watch. It's great to watch on a big screen as well as a little screen. It's so colourful, and certainly for kids. Perhaps isn't that much for younger kids, but as a family film, to all sit down together and watch it, I think this is probably ideal. And certainly if you like the original as well. If you've not seen the original, watch that first. I wouldn't particularly say there's nothing wrong with watching this without watching the original, but it just gets to know the characters a little bit more. As I say, most of the actors return to voice it. So yeah, I thought it was just a really all-round good family film without pushing the boundaries too much. Dreamworks have sort of played a straight bat on this one, if you forgive the cricketing term. My little rating, yeah, I'm going to give it 6.5 out of 10. As I say, I was hankering at 6 out of 10, which is a watchable rating. But I think it is a little bit better than watchable. As I say, just a tiny weeny bit too long for me. As I say, I just found myself huffing and puffing a little bit and looking for something to do while I was sort of trying to watch it, and I just sort of thought it ran out a little bit of steam. But a great climax. It's great. I mean, the ending, the last 10 minutes, it sort of builds up to that as well. So it's a good climax to the movie. So 6.5 out of 10. Anyway, let me know if you've seen this. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. We're going to do the rest of the day. Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other till we meet here again on my film and TV channel, or perhaps you have a flit across, have a look at my Citizen channel, my football channel. I only ask one simple thing, please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.